Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been some time, and I know I start off every single video saying the exact same thing, but it's just very difficult to just get videos out there, you know, obviously, especially having a baby and also still working, and it's a lot. But I do enjoy YouTube and making these videos, so that's why I'm here right now for you. The baby is sleeping, so I'm going to try to get through this video prior to her waking up. She's been sleeping for about an hour now, so who knows how much longer she's gonna sleep for. Sorry, there's no aesthetically pleasing background. I'm in a sweatshirt. It is what it is. This is my life. When I'm working from home, I'm not dressed up. I'm just right now sitting at my kitchen island because the baby's room is right next to my office, and I feel like if I'm talking with her room right there, she may wake up. So I'm down here and we're gonna go through it. So I have a lot of questions from new realtors as far as what advice I can give to them or what I recommend for new agents. I'm gonna go through 5 things that I wish I did or wish I knew prior to getting into the real estate field. My number 1 thing would be interviewing different brokerages. So I came from a different situation where I was in the real estate field prior to getting my actual real estate license. So I worked for a real estate attorney and I worked with many different agents. Obviously closing their transactions in their file. So when it came to me jumping into being a real estate agent, I didn't necessarily go to different agents or different team leaders or brokerages to interview with them. I kind of was pushed into one direction from the attorney that I worked with, who already did business with the attorney that I was working for, because in my mind I was like, I need to obviously work for a company who already gives business to the attorney that I work with, because I feel like it would have been a conflict if I was sending business to someone else, obviously. So I didn't necessarily interview anywhere else. I went directly into one direction and started with them. So everything that I knew or everything that I learned about real estate, I didn't have any other things to compare to, I should say. So when it came to the splits, the commission, the resources, the CRM, anything like that, I didn't really know much about. So whatever the splits was that they told us, whatever the fees were that they told us, I was just like, okay, this must just be what what every brokerage is, which definitely knowing what I know now is not the case at all. All team leaders have different splits. They all provide different things. Brokerages have different fees. So my number 1 piece of advice would be to interview with different brokerages and team leaders to see and compare. Because obviously you want to make sure your splits are what you're comfortable with. You want to make sure you're getting the resources and the value and the help and the guidance that you need from the company that you're going to work with, rather than just jumping ship into one direction and not knowing what else is out there for you. I've been with technically 4 brokerages since I started my real estate career, and each one that I've been with has been completely different. I highly recommend just sitting down and speaking with different brokerages, maybe even different agents within those brokerages, see how they're liking working for that broker or for that team leader, because you want to make sure that you're comfortable where you're going to go and that they're going to help you grow. Number 2 would be joining a team. I've said this multiple times. I have a video on teams versus being a solo agent, and I think in this market, it is very, very important to be associated with the team. I personally think it's very difficult to be successful when you're a solo agent, because I feel like you don't get the resources and the value and the guidance that you need in order to succeed in this business. It's very good to also leverage the team name behind you when you're starting off, because you know, when you're new in the business, you don't really have a name for yourself, so at least you can leverage the team name and of course the brokerage name as well to help you become more of a reputable agent and top of mind for people who are looking to buy and sell. Also, it's very motivating for me anyways to be around producing agents and people who are motivated in the real estate field, because I feel like that helps motivate me to do more, to produce more, to work more. I'm just more or less a team player. I like to be around people. Obviously that's why I'm in real estate, because I like people. I'm a people person, and I just think it's like nice to collaborate with other agents, bounce ideas and advice and questions off of other agents, and then also having the team leader to fall back on if you have any questions, concerns, need help with anything. I don't think I would know what I know now if it wasn't for being on a team and having a team leader to help push me and guide me into the right directions and to answer my questions along the way, because obviously as a new agent you're going to have so many questions. because not for nothing, I still have so many questions, and I've been in the real estate industry for what, 7-8 years now, and every transaction is different. There's just so much that you need to know, and there's so much that you're going to learn, and it's just great having a group of people that you can just get help from, advice from, and it's just nice to have that. So I just personally think joining a team is 10 times better than being a solo agent, because when you're a solo agent, you only have the broker to fall back on, who is overseeing hundreds of other agents depending on what brokerage that you're in. So number 3, I would say, is start my Google business page right off the bat. Or start all of your social media platforms right from the beginning and stay consistent with them. I wish I started my Google business page from when I first started, because I would definitely have a lot more reviews and probably credibility on Google, but I don't honestly remember when I started my Google business. I know it was fairly in the beginning, but I think maybe like a year or so in, but I would highly recommend just starting it right off the bat and making sure that every closing that you get, or any closing that you do, any person that you work with in the real estate field, have them give you a review on Google. Not for nothing, you can get a good book of business just from Google. I mean, I don't know about you, but anybody that I hire for a service, I'm always on Google typing their name in and looking up their reviews. And if they have bad reviews, obviously I'm not going to use them. If they have no reviews, I think they're fake, or I don't think that they really do much. And then obviously if they have multiple 5-star reviews, that's someone who I'm 100% gonna go with. Also, obviously, social media platforms. I have a separate real estate Instagram, also a Facebook business page where I get reviews from too, and I'm always just posting on all 3 of my platforms to show that I'm still active in the real estate field, because not for nothing, a lot of agents fall off and they stop doing real estate. So you just want to make sure that you're still staying top of mind for the public, because if they're going to buy, sell, invest, rent, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure you're top of mind and that they contact you for any of their real estate needs. Number 4, I wish I did this from the beginning, which I 100% did not. I'm still not super good at this right now, but it's advice that I'm giving to you that I should also follow, and that is staying consistent with geofarming. Getting into this field about 5 years ago, I wish that I found an area that I wanted to geofarm, and I stayed consistent when sending postcards and mailers to them every single month. Because the return on investment for a postcard does take about 2 years. And I feel like if I was to start 4 or 5 years ago, that I would have a pretty big book of business from geofarming. Unfortunately, I don't right now, and that's okay, because I know what I need to do, but that would be a huge thing for you guys to get business, is geofarming. Find an area or a neighborhood that you want to be in and start sending out mailers. There's different types of ways of doing this. You can do it right through Remind on MLS. There's also direct mailers through the post office. There's different ways that you can do this to make sure that they're going out consistently and that they're as cost effective as possible. Obviously, it takes money to make money, but obviously if you think about the amount of money that you're spending on a postcard compared to the amount of money you can make from just 1 or 2 closings from that postcard, is very big. The margin is very big. So if you don't see the results right away, just keep on pushing through. And that goes for anything really, even posting on Facebook and Instagram and anything like that. If you don't see the results right away, you have to stay consistent with it, because it's not a get rich quick business. And I've said that multiple times before. It's going to take some time, but you just need to make sure you're staying consistent with it. And number 5, to really be successful in this business, I think you need to have an end goal of being a full-time agent. I don't think it's worth it to get into this business and be part-time, or not have the goal of becoming full-time. I know it was very difficult for me when I was trying to work as a paralegal and work as a real estate agent. I was just getting very burnt out. I don't know if it was because it was the same field, so I'm doing real estate 9 to 5 and then real estate 5 to 9 and then every single day, and then on the weekends. It was just getting very daunting, and just I was like at a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I had that goal of being a full-time agent, and I came up with a business plan and a financial plan to know when I was comfortable quitting my 9-to-5 to be completely commission based. So I would just think about it if it's something that you want to do full-time in the future, because I personally think it's one of the best careers. I mean, especially having a baby. I could be home, it's a Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock, well, almost 4 o'clock now. I can be home with my baby. I can take time off when I need, for the most part. I mean, obviously you have to work around your clients a lot, but I mean, at the end of the day, you are in control of your business, your time, and your finances. I mean, when I was working 9-to-5, no matter how much time I was putting in, if I was putting in overtime, how much work I was putting in, how much effort I was putting in, at the end of the day, I was making the exact same amount of money. Maybe a raise at the end of the year, who knows? But at least in real estate, you know, the amount of effort that you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it. You put more effort into it, you put more time into it, you're gonna get more of a reward at the end of the day from it. And that's what I absolutely love about this career, because I've had the type of mindset where I just need to work for myself. And if you have that type of mindset where you will stay dedicated and you will stay disciplined to actually work and treat it as a business and not a hobby, I think you can be extremely successful. But that's what you have to keep in your mind, that this is your business, this is your sole income, this is how you survive. You need to make sure you have a good structure and you stay disciplined, and you make sure you prioritize your time and your work, and you'll do very, very, very well in this business. So luckily I was able to finish this video prior to baby girl waking up, and I'm sure she'll be up pretty soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, any comments, anything, leave them down below in the comment section. You can always reach out to me through DM. I love hearing from you guys. I answer to every single one of you, and I'm sorry I use my hands a lot. I'm Italian, can't help it. But I will see you guys in the next video.